What's up, everybody? So today I am going over the top 15 cards over the last, 30 days or so, last 1 month period, all of February, early March 2022. This has been a very interesting, 1 month period because it included the Jason Dominguez Superfractor to be in the top 15 cards over the last month. And has some interesting vintage cards and some really head-scratching modern cards, at least for me. I'm blown away by people paying astronomical prices for these modern cards that make no sense. But without further ado, let's go and get started on those top 15 cards over the last 1 month period. All right, guys, so at number 15 was the 1951 Bowman Mickey Mantle and a PSA 8. I'm filming this on March 5th, 2022, and this was sold on February 27th, so about a week ago, via Heritage Auctions. The Mickey Mantle Bowman rookie card sold for $432,000. So there was actually one that also sold in January for $504,000. So this one went for about $70,000 cheaper for whatever reason, for $432,000, and making it number 15 on this list. And you guys can see there are some big heavy hitters of cards getting sold for a lot of money. So even though the card market is sort of leveled off, these high-end cards continue to sell at astronomical prices. At number 14, I thought this was really interesting, was the 1952 Bowman Willie Mays in a PSA 9. So this is the first time I have ever seen the 52 Bowman Mays being sold for an incredible amount. The PSA 9 sold by Heritage sold for $444,000. By the way, you could have bought a PSA 9 of the 52 Bowman Willie Mays back in 2019, about 3 years ago, for about $50,000. So it went from a $50,000 card in 2019 to being sold for $444,000 in a PSA 9 in 2022. At number 13 is the 2000 playoff contenders Tom Brady. This was the auto. By the way, the championship ticket is later on in the list. But this one was sold by Golden for $452,400 in a BGS 9.5. At number 12 was the 2001 Bowman Chrome Albert Pujols, the refractor in a PSA 10. I couldn't believe the price on this. This sold for $462,000. I didn't know that Pujols 2001 Bowman Chrome's cards went for that much. But I guess, it makes sense. It was a couple years ago that the Trout sold for a couple $1 million. Of course, it was the Superfractor. But this one is 344 out of 500. And it sold for $462,000. By the way, the same card, Albert Pujols in a I don't think it was the same card, actually, but it was not the exact same card, but another refractor in a PSA 10 back in October 19, 2019, sold for $41,000. So in October of 2019, $41,000, and March of 2022 sold for $462,000. At number 11 is the 1948 Leaf Jackie Robinson in a PSA 8. This was sold by Heritage Auctions on February 27th. Again, part of that same auction as the Mickey Mantle. And that sold for $468,000. By the way, there are 7 PSA 9s out there. So this one is a PSA 8. So a PSA 8 sells for $468,000. So I can only imagine what a PSA 9 would go for, probably over $1 million. At number 10 is the Jason Dominguez card that I just talked about. The 2020 Bowman Chrome Prospect Autographs Jason Dominguez Superfractor in a PSA 10, just recently sold for $474,000, which is a crazy price considering the guy is, 19 years old. He's referred to as the Martian, not even the Yankees' top prospect. Last year in the minors, he hit 252 in 206 at-bats with 5 home runs. So a 19-year-old kid who hit 252 in the minor leagues, somebody paid $474,000 for a card of Jason Dominguez. At number 9, this was an interesting card. The 1957 Americana Balas Football Pele card in an SGC 30, sold by Golden for $486,000. This is the only card recorded in SGC's census reporting, so it's the only card ever graded by SGC, and it is the highest graded example in the hobby when compared to there was one PSA graded Pele of this kind for a 1.5. So it is the highest graded card of the, obviously incredibly rare, and sold by Golden for $486,000. At number 8, and by the way, guys, this is just in a 1-month period, so you can get an idea of people are paying crazy prices for these cards. All right, at number 8, and number 8 is where this list for me gets ridiculous. This bothers me as like a human being. The 2019 Panini National Treasures, Zion Williamson. Yeah, you heard me right. Zion Williamson at number 8 on February 5th, 2022 via Golden Auctions. There was a Zion Williamson BGS 9.5 that, get ready for this, sold for $594,000. $594,000 for a Zion Williamson. And it's not even like a one of one. It is a card that is numbered to 99. And as you guys know, Zion, he's played 2 years in the NBA. He hasn't played a game since May of 2021. So how the heck anybody would pay $594,000 for a Zion Williamson, for a guy that hasn't played this year? I heard that he might, come back to the team and start rehabbing, but almost 600 grand for a Zion Williamson. And I know what you guys are going to say in the comments, that it's like money laundering, but I don't buy it. I don't buy that it's money laundering. I think if you were going to money launder, the idea of money laundering is to conceal the money. Wouldn't you, money launder and purchase like a 52 Topps Mickey Mantle? Why set off a bunch of red flags by buying a Zion Williamson for $600,000? It doesn't make any, please, somebody explain to me why a Zion Williamson would be $600,000. I would love, any of you guys that are, diehard basketball fans, I would love to have somebody that really understands why that would be $600,000. I would love to have you on my channel. We could do a live session where I could just pick your brain, because I really want to understand. I really do. I want to understand how a Zion Williamson is $594,000 for a Zion Williamson. What is going on? Why would you do that? And what makes this even crazier is number 7. So number 7 is the 1916 Sporting News Babe Ruth. So a 1916 Babe Ruth in an SGC 70 sold for $612,000. So that is only like $20,000 more than a Zion Williamson. The Babe Ruth, it's a blank back, by the way. There are probably like 5 to 10 of those cards in existence. So the Babe Ruth is actually more rare than the Zion Williamson. By the way, besides the fact that Babe Ruth is the GOAT, in baseball at least, as a Red Sox rookie, because this is his rookie card, it's Babe Ruth's rookie card. Ruth posted an impressive 18 wins and a minuscule 2.44 ERA in 1915. And I looked it up. He won about 90 games as a pitcher for the Red Sox before he even came to the Yankees. So won 90 games as a pitcher, and then went on to just bash home runs for the Yankees. It's just unbelievable. And Zion Williamson, number to 99, a manufactured card from 2019, almost sold for the exact same amount as the Babe Ruth. So I'd love for somebody to explain that. At number 6 is the 2003 Ultimate Collection LeBron James. This was a perfect BGS black card, perfect 10, whatever. That was actually more than the Babe Ruth for $660,000, sold on February 5th via Golden Auctions. How that is more than a Babe Ruth, I can't even figure out how that even could be possible. At number 5 is the 2017 Panini National Treasures Patrick Mahomes in a PSA 10, sold for $720,000. By the way, the Patrick Mahomes that I just mentioned, you could have the exact same card, like the same cert number, was purchased on eBay on September 20th, 2018 as a best offer via Probstein Auctions for $10,000. So somebody paid $10,000 for that card in 2018 and then sold it via Golden Auctions for $720,000. That is unbelievable. Next up at number 4 is the 2003 Topps Chrome LeBron James in a Beckett 9.5. This was the gold version. Sold. This was the 38 out of 50 gold. Sold via Golden Auctions for $792,000. At number 3 was the 2003 Upper Deck Exquisite Collection LeBron James in an 8.5. This was sold via Golden Auctions on February 5th. For $1.392 million. So for an Upper Deck Exquisite Collection LeBron James, for whatever reason, an 8.5, sold for almost $1.4 million. At number 2 was the 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle in a PSA 8. This card makes sense to me. Mickey Mantle sold via Heritage. Sold for $1,560,000. By the way, the exact same card, again, the exact same cert number and everything, was purchased on May 25th, 2012 via Mile High Card Company for $75,198. So whoever bought that card in 2012 bought it for $75,000, and that same card was sold via Heritage for $1.56 million. So over a 10-year period, we saw a 1,974% increase. And that, my friends, is why sometimes sports cards can be a good investment. All right, at number 1, that wasn't even number 1. Number 1 was the 2000 Playoff Contenders Championship ticket, Tom Brady in a Beckett 8.5. This was sold for $2.3 million. This was sold right after Tom Brady's retirement. So on February 1st, it was sold. By the way, it sold on February 1st for $2.3 million through Probstein's auction on eBay, and it is the 3rd most expensive football card of all time. So there it is, guys. I thought this was interesting. I always find it interesting to go through the top sales. It blows my, I still can't believe it. Zion Williamson sold for $600. That was sort of what prompted me to do this video, because it's just so ridiculous that somebody would pay $600,000 for a guy that's played 2 years in the NBA. And then just for a couple $1,000s more, you could have gotten a Babe Ruth from, 1915, 1916. I can't understand it. I'd love for you guys to please explain it to me in the comments. If you guys like this video, please like it. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will talk to you later. Peace.